Hello everyone, my name is Alexis Esquivel. I'm doing my presentation on Paul Hersey and the situational leadership theory. So first off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Alexis B. Esquivel and I'm from Chamizal, New Mexico. I graduated from Peñasco High School in 2011. I went on to pursue a college education and graduated with a bachelor's in business administration from Northern New Mexico College in 2015. This is my first semester in the MBA program. In my break from school, I worked as a business office manager for a hospice and a retirement community. My passion is to work with people that are in need of these kind of services. For this reason, I still volunteer at a nursing home that I used to work for on my time off. Some of my favorite things to do are volunteer with elderly, go up to the mountains, hunting, and playing sports such as volleyball, basketball, and softball. Most of all, I love spending every moment with my 4-year-old son. He's really taught me to never give up. When he was born, he only weighed 2 pounds and he never gave up, and this is where he's at today. I also recently got engaged and started a new job closer to home as an accountant. Paul Hersey was born on January 26, 1931. In his life, he accomplished many of his goals. He received his bachelor's degree in science in South Orange, New Jersey. He went on to pursue his master's in business administration in Chicago, Illinois. Ultimately, he received his PhD from the University of Massachusetts. His time in the education field did not end there. He went on to serve as a part of the staff at many different colleges, which include Nova Southeastern University, University of California, and University of Arkansas. Along with his colleagues Douglas McGregor and Carl Rogers, Paul founded the Center for Leadership Studies, Inc. in Escondido in the 1960s. The Center for Leadership Studies, Inc. is an organization that helps train individuals in the leadership category. They train people all around the world on generational and cultural differences in order for them to deal with multiple situations in the real world. Millions of leaders have been trained by the Center of Leadership Studies. This has led to many multi-million-dollar companies. The situational leadership theory was published in 1969 by Paul Hersey. The theory states that the key to being a successful leader is to be able to adapt to different situations. Many leaders tend to get frustrated when things are not going their way. This is a problem that they are putting upon themselves. They should be able to adapt without having to change their approaches entirely. Here we have the 4 types of leadership that Paul talked about in his article. S1 is directing, which is high directive and low supportive behavior. S2 is coaching with high directive and high supportive behavior. S3 is supporting, low directive and high supportive behavior. S4 is delegating with low directive and low supportive behavior. Paul Hersey believes that the key to leadership is to determine the maturity level of their employees. Until the leader identifies the maturity level of their employee, it's best to start off with low task and high relationship. The leader has to be very careful not to micromanage and take the task over, because employees can end up taking advantage. Once the maturity level is identified, the leader can decide to change his or her approach. For instance, he or she might decide to try the high task and low relationship approach. This can make the employee feel more confident with their job and feel like the leader trusts them. The most important lesson read in this article is that there is not one right way to be a leader. You have to adapt to your surroundings when it comes to culture and maturity. Everyone might not have the same maturity level, and that's where the leader is supposed to step in. Some employees might need a little more supervision at first. This can give them more confidence and might not need that much supervision down the road. If an employee has a higher maturity level and a leader tries the same approach, the employee might perceive it as micromanaging. I think that more leaders should take the situational leadership approach. I think that if a leader manages all their employees in the high task and high relationship approach, things are not going to turn out well. For example, at one of my previous jobs, all the employees did not have great feelings towards the manager. She was very controlling no matter the maturity level. She micromanaged the new employees as well as those that had been there 30 to 40 years. This especially angered the veteran employees to the point that they did not even care that they were disrespecting her. This had led to a high turnover rate and an even more angry boss. On the days that she was not at work, all tasks would still get done. She just had no trust in her employees. I think that leaders in this type of situation should think about trying a different leadership approach. One quote that I really liked from Paul+Hersey is, "It is not enough to describe your leadership style or indicate your intentions. A situational leader assesses the performance of others and takes the responsibility for making things happen." This is definitely my favorite quote by Paul+Hersey. If you want to be a great leader, you have to assess others and make a decision on how you're going to lead different individuals. Paul+Hersey ended up passing away on December 18th, 2012. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.